Today I want to talk about solving the leadership shortage at the most basic level in the home. If there's any place that needs leadership upgrades, it's the home. If there are any humans that need leadership, they are the children in our homes. Because I have 3 adult married sons, not perfect, but godly, successful, honorable sons with wonderful wives, I am often asked questions about parenting. Most of the answers are basically discipleship and leadership answers. It may seem that I answer every question and every conversation with a discipleship answer, and that somehow discipleship is connected to every problem. I mention it here because I believe that good discipleship is the foundation and the prerequisite for good leadership. In the ministry world, if we make strong disciples, we will have strong leaders. If we make plenty of disciples, we'll have plenty of leaders. If we make kind and compassionate disciples, we will have kind and compassionate leaders. Discipleship is the foundation and the starting point for leadership development. If we fail at discipleship, we will have few leaders. And the few leaders we have will be weak leaders. Since the home needs leadership, it needs a foundation of discipleship. So how do we make disciples? First, we engage culture and community with the gospel. Second, we establish biblical foundations. Third, we equip every believer to do basic ministry. And finally, we empower every disciple to make disciples. So how does this apply at home? If we want to make disciples at home, if we want to lead at home, first we have to engage our children's world. We have to establish foundations in our child's life. We have to equip our children for successful adulthood, and we have to empower our children to pursue God's call on their lives. Leadership at home is not complicated. It is difficult, but not complicated. I grew up in a family where my dad and mom engaged my world and my brothers and sisters' worlds. I don't remember my mom or dad ever missing anything that mattered to me. They were at every birthday party, every football game, every school event, every track meet, every baseball game. Dad took us hunting, fishing. He taught me how to play golf, how to ride a bike, how to pick a mutual fund. I tried to do the same with my sons. Like my dad did for me, I coached their Little League baseball teams. Eventually, they decided to ditch baseball and basketball for tennis, a sport that I had never played and I knew nothing about. But I became a tennis fan. I was a busy and broke missionary church planter, but Deborah and I invested lots of time and money into their tennis careers. Not because we loved the sport of tennis, we didn't, but because they loved the sport of tennis and we loved them. Yes, we were too busy. Yes, it was too expensive, but we engaged their world anyway. Looking back, Deborah and I have no regrets for engaging their interest. I want to end by quoting a dad who at the time of this quote was arguably the busiest dad in the world. I was moved by how this man engaged his teenage daughters. In a TV interview, President Obama was asked, "Is this job really 24/7?" Here's his response, quote, "Yes, except for 1 hour every day. Then I disconnect, I listen and talk about teenage girl issues. Even with our jam-packed days, Michelle and I work hard to carve out certain blocks of time that are sacrosanct. At 6:30 p.m., no matter how busy I am, I leave work, go upstairs, and have dinner with my family. My staff knows that it pretty much takes a national emergency to keep me away from that dinner table. The highlight of my day is just listening to their thoughts about the world and seeing what smart, funny, kind young women they become. That hour recharges me and gives me perspective. I'm already dreading that empty seat at the table when Malia goes off to school next fall. I can feel myself lingering at the table a little longer, trying to stave off the passage of time, but for as long as possible, I'm going to enjoy every minute of having us all together under one roof." How do you engage your kids? What are they interested in? How could you do a better job of engaging their world? If you want to make disciples at home, if you want to lead at home, the first step is to engage the world of your children.